everybody, welcome back to my channel. Since it's almost back to school time for a lot of us, I know I'm going back to school in like a week, I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to hear this horrible experience that happened to me my sophomore year in high school, and I wanted to share with you guys, and a lot of you guys wanted to hear it. I know I've been binge watching a lot of story time videos on YouTube. There's so many out there, especially Jessie B. I've been like obsessed with hers lately, and it inspired me to like make my own. So I'm here on my bed, a more relaxed setting, just to give you guys a heads up, because I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, Giselle, that's so serious. Have you gone to the doctor? Yes, I have, and it hasn't happened to me in a while. So grab a little snack and a drink and let's get started. So this was my first semester. I believe it was like the last week of the first semester. So I was sitting in math class, and out of nowhere my heart starts racing, like pounding out of my chest. You can literally see my chest pounding when this happens, and it wasn't triggered by anything. I was literally just sitting there. I wasn't stressed. We didn't get like loads of homework that day, and this has been happening to me since the 8th grade. It never bothered me this much or went this far before, so I wasn't really worried because normally it would go away within 10 or 15 minutes. But this day it lasted me the entire school day. So once this happens, usually I will start breathing heavily. I'll be really tired to do anything. So as you can probably tell, between all my classes, having to go upstairs and downstairs, it was so tiring for me. That was mostly it. So I went through every single class with my heart beating pretty fast, and overall I was just tired, but it wasn't to a point where I just had to stop everything. It would go away every so often and then come back. I was now in 7th period, and this is the last class that I have for the day. So I was in art class, and as you can tell, I was just so tired, had to rest somehow, so I was just putting my head down on the table. I didn't want to tell my teacher that I felt bad because it was the last class. I didn't want to go to a nurse's office because class was about to end anyways. I didn't want my mom to come pick me up or anything like that. I thought to myself, oh, it's okay, I can do this, I can hold it. I just have to go just 1 more hour and I'll be home and I'll be able to lay down and rest. It was probably about 10 minutes before dismissal, and I was just thinking to myself, I need to control this. Thinking to myself I was gonna pass out, and I've never passed out before. It was 5 minutes before class ended. So since it's art class, normally we put the stools on top of the tables because we are his last class and everything has to be from the floor, everything has to be neat and cleaned up. So we always have to pick up early. So we had to get up, put our chairs on the table, and we would stand there for the last 5 minutes just waiting until dismissal. And I'm telling you guys, standing there was just killing me. Still trying to convince myself that I can get home without having to tell anyone. By this point, like, my friends beside me are telling me like, oh my gosh, Giselle, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And then finally the bell rings and everyone's rushing out of class, and as I'm walking towards the door, I'm walking super duper slowly, and I'm thinking in my head like super hard life decisions, like, do I tell my teacher or can I do this? I think I can do this. I already decided I wasn't going to tell anyone. I was just going to go towards my bus. But before I left the classroom, my teacher was standing there, and I told him I don't feel good. And he said like, are you okay? And I told him no, and he said let's go to the nurse's office, which is like all the way on the other side of the school. And I'm walking there, and I tell him I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. We're not even halfway down one of the hallways. My eyes start blacking out, you guys. Like, literally imagine what you're seeing right now, and little dots start forming in your vision. That's what I was seeing. So I told him there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it. So he takes me to the room next door to his, where there are these 2 other teachers, and they're like, honey, are you okay? And they're all telling me I look really pale, and here I am freaking out. I tell them I need to sit down, and they give me a little rolly chair, and I sit down there, and now my ears are ringing, like full on ringing. I can hear it, and I've never experienced anything like that before. So I was literally like praying for my life. I'm like, please God, please don't let me die. I remember it exactly because I literally thought this was how it felt when you died. So like inside I feel horrible, on the outside, like my physical self, I'm so tired and I can't walk any longer. Finally the nurse comes, which seems like it took forever, and she brought a little wheelchair for me. So she helped me get on the wheelchair, and she literally wheeled me down the school on this wheelchair, and everyone was looking at me. It was so embarrassing, but luckily it was dismissal time, so there wasn't so many people in the hallways by this time. The ringing and my eyes blacking out went away. So here she is wheeling me around the school. I sit down on her little bed. She gives me crackers and she checks my blood pressure. It was a little bit low. My heart racing went away. All of this was due to my heart beating so fast. She had to call my mom, and my mom came to pick me up, and by this point I felt fine now. It like completely went away just like that. And after that experience, did all the appointments with the doctor to see what was wrong with me, because that was so bad. That could have gotten so much horrible if my heart hadn't stopped beating so fast. But that is my little story of how I almost fainted in high school. Let me know if you guys have ever felt that ringing noise and your eyes blacking out. So that was my little story. If you guys liked it, let me know down below, because I have some other stories, like times that I've fallen in front of my crushes, the time I got stuck in a locker. I have a bunch of other funny stories I could share with you guys. If you like this one, let me know again if you've ever felt anything like this, because it was so scary for me. I woke the puppy up! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye!